안녕하세요, 여러분. Hello, everyone. I'm Spencer. 저는 Spencer라고 합니다. Today, I'm going to upgrade your writing. In this video, I am going to explain the difference between a colon and a semicolon. So, how to use these two punctuation marks. Please watch until the end and remember to like and subscribe to see more videos like this. 끝까지 봐주시고 구독하고 좋아요 눌러주세요. 그럼 시작합시다. Let's start. Okay, so I'm going to explain how to use a colon and a semicolon, and first we're going to start with the colon. So first of all, you can see that it does look like two dots on top of each other. So that is an easy way to remember that it is a kind of a pause, similar to a period. But it is less than a period because you are introducing related information and connecting the information more than a period would. So with a colon, there are two ways to use this. The first is grammatically and the second is non-grammatically. So grammatically, you can use this when you are introducing a list of some kind. You can also use this when you're connecting sentences that adds information to the first. So that means the sentence after the colon is adding information to the sentence before the colon. And lastly, when you are emphasizing something, this means that you are focusing on one word or one phrase. With non-grammatical uses, it can be used with time. So it's separating the hour and the minute. It can also be used with ratios instead of writing it with the numbers on top of each other like a fraction. And then finally, it can be used in greetings or email titles. So especially if the title is drawing attention to some issue, colon could be a good idea. We're going to talk about the semicolon. The semicolon, first of all, looks different. So it looks like a comma and it has a dot on top of it. So again, you realize that this is a kind of pause. It is stronger than a comma and it is weaker than a period. So compared to a colon, it is similar in that way. But with a semicolon, you are connecting two sentences. You remember earlier, the colon said that the information is strongly related. With a semicolon, the information might not be as strongly related. Another difference, semicolon, you can only use it in a grammatical way. There are three ways. The first is with connecting sentences without a conjunction. The second is with connecting sentences with a transitional expression. So that means you are keeping this transition and you are adding a semicolon to more closely connect the two sentences. Lastly is you might use it in a list with many commas. You can break up the information and make it clearer. So now that we've covered the differences, let's take a look at examples. Colon grammatical uses. The first one is with introducing a list. I bought 3 ingredients from the store: flour, eggs, and butter. So you can see the colon is right before listing the 3 ingredients. You don't have to write it this way. It can also be written without a colon. I bought flour, eggs, and butter from the store. So you can see I took out the words 3 ingredients and I made it a more simple sentence. The difference is if I have the colon here, I can more clearly see the information. If it's in a sentence like this, it is not the focus point of the sentence. Now let's look at connecting a sentence that adds information to the first. I had no time to finish the presentation. I was stuck in meetings all day. This can be separated with a period. It is not incorrect. I want to explain why I did not finish the presentation, and that is because I was stuck in meetings all day. You can add because or due to or some other reason transition here to connect the information. The colon is one way to separate but also connect the two sentences. There were two problems. First, he forgot his passport at home. Second, he misplaced his wallet. Again, this could be just a period instead of a colon. But because of the colon, I am explaining clearly what the two problems were. The last one is emphasizing. She knew what she should do, quit her job. So I've got the colon and then I've got a phrase after it. This is not a complete sentence. If you put a period here, you need to add some words here, like so. She knew what she should do. She should quit her job. Because I add the colon, I put more focus on quit her job, and I also reduce the number of words. My information is more concise. After checking the scene, the detectives determined the cause of death. Suicide. So here I've got the colon in front of only one word, but you can see it draws attention to this word. Instead of the colon, you could say which was suicide and make one sentence. Or you could separate it. What I mean is, after checking the scene, the detectives determined the cause of death. Period. The cause of death was suicide. Taking out the words and adding a colon, I'm more closely connecting the information and I'm focusing on the cause of death, suicide. Now on to the non-grammatical uses. I'm sure you have all seen this before. Time, like I said, it separates the hour and the minute. Second one is ratio. I'm sure you have seen this in a math class before. You could also say 1/4. You could also say 25%. And lastly is with greetings and email titles. Dear Mr. Green. Normally, a comma is fine. It's more of a stylistic choice. Attention, sales contracts updated. This is an example of an email title that would be in the top. With the help of this colon and the word attention, your eyes really focus on what the core information of the email is. Moving on to semicolons, remember they only have grammatical uses. First, like I said, is without a conjunction. So you're taking out the conjunction and you're adding the semicolon. Regular employees must stay for the whole meeting. Interns are permitted to leave after the first half. The semicolon is here. Information is different but related. So regular employees and interns need to do different things. Instead of the semicolon, which conjunction do you think should go in here? If you said but, you are correct. If I take out the semicolon, I would say like this. Regular employees must stay for the whole meeting, but interns are permitted to leave after the first half. This year, I will travel to South America. Next year, I will travel to Australia. I do have some time transitional phrases here, next year and this year with commas. But I have a semicolon here instead of a conjunction. Which conjunction do you think should go here? If you said but again, you are correct. If you said and, that is also not a bad choice. But is expressing the two different places and two different plans, and is expressing that I'm traveling this year and next year. So it's somewhat similar information. This year I will travel to South America, and next year I will travel to Australia. With connecting sentences with a transitional expression, her hobby is yoga. In addition, she enjoys hiking. This can be separated by a period. These are complete sentences. But the semicolon more closely links the idea of her hobbies and what she enjoys to do. Lastly, there was too much traffic. Therefore, we couldn't reach our destination in time. You see, the transitional expression is therefore, and we have a semicolon right here. Again, these can be two separate sentences, and it's not wrong. But if I have the semicolon here, I connect the information about the traffic and the reason we couldn't reach the destination in time. Last of all, you can use a semicolon in a list where there are many commas. In my new house, I'll put the bed in the master bedroom. The desk, bookcase, and dresser in the smaller bedroom, and the sofa and TV in the living room. You can see I have a lot of commas and a lot of and conjunctions connecting information. You could separate this into 3 sentences. The semicolons can separate this kind of long list and express it in one clear sentence. I picked up some new blouses, pants, and skirts at the department store, some vitamins and lotion at the drugstore, and the new best-selling mystery book at the bookstore. Again, I've got some commas, I have and multiple times. So the semicolons really help in separating the information about the places and what I bought, but they are all things that I picked up, so it is perfectly okay to create one sentence like this with the help of a semicolon. 끝까지 봐주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for watching to the end. Please remember to like and to subscribe for more videos like this. 이런 영상 더 보고 싶으시면 구독하고 좋아요 눌러주세요. 그럼 다음에 봐요. See you next time.